Hi, I'm Marie Vasic, and I joined Body Wisdom because I wanted to get a handle on my health. I wanted the support that came with somebody who had the knowledge, and I wanted to find out about my hormones, my sleep disruption, and get my ideal body weight. And I knew I wasn't doing well with how I was eating and drinking. And as I was participating in Body Wisdom, I was able to change my diet to a point where I felt satiated. So I wasn't overeating. I was eating the proper things at the proper time. Because I was satisfying my imbalance in my blood sugar, I was not craving the sweetness from alcohol. I wasn't finding that tiredness at 5 o'clock and thinking, oh, I'm going to relax now and, have a glass of wine, or which would often lead to then eating chips and doing things like that I wasn't beneficial. The other thing was that I did start to sleep better with getting my hormones more under control. So while I was doing Body Wisdom, one of the practices, the techniques that we used was the blood sugar tracker. And I thought first, that's really weird, because I had seen diabetics wearing this little white thing on the back. I knew there was a couple of ways I could test my blood sugar, but I really wanted to try this because it seemed the most convenient. So using glucose monitor, I was amazed at, as I was eating and then testing my blood sugars after I ate, I was amazed at what spiked it, how quickly it came back to balance. And this was especially important for me because diabetes does run in my mother's family. And I wanted to make sure that I was not going to run into that situation. While I participated in Body Wisdom, one of the main things that I found was with the change in diet, as I was trimming down and losing that belly fat, I had more energy. I felt more empowered. I was feeling better in my clothes. I was also exercising and walking, as Dr. Patricia had so carefully guided us through some really great practices, really key to help me feel much more energy and I had a good reset. So in my daily practices now, when I think about my Body Wisdom, well, first of all, I always have my supplement list. I mean, that in itself, just deciding or figuring out what supplements I should be taking, what ones I shouldn't be taking, and the proper ones, the good quality ones, that was key. So as soon as I feel like, oh boy, I'm really off track, especially different seasons, different festivities, I know that I can come back to my resources that I have available to me from just keeping track of what I'm eating, how I'm feeling, how I'm sleeping. And that's just been really powerful, knowing I have those resources available to me. My health now, as compared to before I started Body Wisdom, so much better. I'm much more aware of what I need to do when my sleep is disrupted, when things aren't going well. Also, I'm more aware of what foods might be not beneficial for me or what foods are beneficial. So I feel empowered. I guess that's the biggest thing, is that I feel like I'm the one that's in control now of my health. And, my health is my wealth, really. And it's the best investment you'll ever make. If you're thinking of joining Body Wisdom, whether it's sleep, hormonal imbalance, obviously the weight, or, too much eating, too much drinking. And the reality is that we are so much stronger when we are together, and when we know that we can trust someone, such as for me, it was Dr. Patricia Mills, because I know her ethics and I know of her research mind, and that the information I'm getting is valid. It's been tested, it's been tried, and I just think that you can't go wrong. It's such an investment in your health, and I'm worth it. You're worth it. What I would say is just do it. You will not regret it. It's great because yes, it is a time commitment, but you learn so many valuable tips and insights that you would not do on your own. I'm not going to sit and read books. Maybe in my 20s, I had time to do that, but I don't even have the motivation now. So to have that experienced wisdom come to me in a very caring, considerate way, it's up to you, but really you have nothing to lose by trying it. So I did like the approach of Body Wisdom and of being accountable, getting together every week and having the rest of the group and hearing some of the other stories, and even the chat that we had that we could access and ask questions. That was also valuable. We don't often get that in other programs. In Body Wisdom, there was one week when I was doing the elimination diet. At one point, I did get so annoyed. It's like, oh, why am I doing this anyway? And yet, within hours, I was like, oh, this is the best thing ever, because I was starting to feel so much better. But it is work. And I mean, most things in life that are worth it are work. And I think most of our group said that they felt so much better going through it, and it changed us. Another benefit from Body Wisdom that is also going to remain with me forever is the fact that it had an impact on my husband, which was great. We always eat together. We eat pretty much the same things. He's happy to eat whatever I'm eating. So what stays with me long term is knowing that it's within my realm to have an influence on others, mainly husband, but that I have control over a lot of my health. I firmly believe that we are all responsible for our own health to begin with. And that having the resources and having the tools of, how I eat, the toxins that are out there, my stress level, my hormones, like that's big for women in particular, but also men. And that's something that I will always be able to come back to over and over again. And also knowing that at any time, Dr. Patricia's other programs like the Facebook or the Instagram or Wild Collective, there's just so much there that I don't feel like I have to do it on my own.